Viewers, we are going to begin with some big breaking news that we have for you, and this one is a mega Times Now exclusive. Following the destruction of Pakistan's terror infrastructure during Operation Sindoor, it appears that the terrorist groups Jaish-e-Mohammed and Hizbul Mujahideen have decided to relocate their operations to Khyber Pakhtunkhwa in Pakistan. Times Now has obtained exclusive visuals showing how these terror rallies receive security as well as protection from the Pakistani government itself. The terror groups held recruitment drives, in fact, on September 14 and September 25, under the pretense of a religious gathering. That's the big breaking news that we have for you at this point in time. Let's straight away go across to my colleague Rishabh, who is joining us for more on this. Rishabh, firstly, explain to us what we have got. This is a mega Times Now exclusive. We have the first set of visuals of how these terror groups have now decided to relocate their operations to Khyber Pakhtunkhwa.
Well, Hina, what we're given to understand, we have these documents and dossier that clearly suggests that after Operation Sindoor, where locations like Muridke, locations like Bahawalpur were hit and precisely hit, killing many of their terrorists, has now decided these terror organizations, be it Jaish-e-Mohammed, be it Hizbul Mujahideen, they have started relocating to Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, thinking that India will not be able to hit as deep as Khyber Pakhtunkhwa. And be it Mansehra, be it other places in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, these places we are seeing there are recruitment drives, there are open statements coming in from Hizbul as well as Jaish-e-Mohammed terrorists, trying to provoke people to join their ranks, and in a way very categorically trying to regroup after what is left post Operation Sindoor. In Operation Sindoor, India very precisely hit and ensured that these locations are hit in a way that they cannot reconcile easily.
And all of this under the protection of the Pakistani government there.
SI and terror modules go hand in hand. They are hand in glove, not today, not yesterday, for decades now. All the disturbance that we have seen in Kashmir Valley or rest of India, there is always an ISI and Pakistani army stamp on that. And as they call themselves in Pakistan, the establishment stamp on that. We have seen how Muridke, the center for Lashkar-e-Toiba, was also being rebuilt using the flood relief money. And now these new locations are being found to ensure that these terror locations and terror hideouts are created and new training centers can be built where, as per Pakistan, India cannot hit. So they are going deep
Rishabh,
into
now that's
Pakistan.
an important point you've made, using the flood relief money. I'll come to you on that point in just a bit. Let me also get in a word from retired Major General G.D. Bakshi, who's joining us on the broadcast as well. Sir, thank you very much for speaking with us here on Times Now. Whatever may happen, they will never learn the lessons. I mean, we're talking about Jaish-e-Mohammed and Hizbul. Now they have shifted their base to Khyber Pakhtunkhwa. Okay, we'll come to in just a bit. We have to cut across to the press briefing by Minister of External Affairs.
In all its forms and manifestations. नीरज, चाबहार पे जो अमेरिकी वक्तव्य आया है, जिसमें कि उन्होंने जो पुराने वेवर दिए थे उसको उन्होंने रिवोक किया है। हम लोग इसको अभी इसकी स्टडी कर रहे हैं, इसको एग्जामिन कर रहे हैं कि किस प्रकार से हमारे ऊपर इसका प्रभाव पड़ेगा, भारत के ऊपर कैसे प्रभाव पड़ेगा। You would have seen the press statement which was issued by the US side yesterday on revocation of sanctions waiver that applies to Chabahar port. We are presently examining the implications that this revocation has for India.
All right, so we'll keep going back to that press briefing by Ministry of External Affairs. It's a weekly briefing and a number of important issues are taken up by the ministry there. Let me go back to Major General G.D. Bakshi, who continues to be with us at this point in time. Apologies for that, Major General G.D. Bakshi. But your first reaction to this big development, it's a Mega Times Now exclusive. We've learned that Jaish and Hizbul have now shifted their base to Khyber Pakhtunkhwa.
Quite obviously, they feel they are trying to get out of range of Indian aircraft, Indian cruise missiles, Indian drones. Well, they got a hope in hell. I hope they remember that in Operation Sindoor, we had hit as far as Peshawar. Our S-400 missiles had knocked out AWAC aircraft at 316 kilometers. Right? So if they think any bloody place in Pakistan, or for that matter, even if they run to Afghanistan, which they won't be allowed now, is because of the bad relations between Taliban and Pakistan, is a very, very ephemeral hope. It is a chimera at best, right? And the simple fact is that when Pakistan got the, the IMF loan tranche, the first thing that it gave was for money to rebuild, the Markaz-e Subhanallah at Bawalpur, which, if you recall, Osama bin Laden had given the first $10 million tranche to build that palatial complex, which was blasted to smithereens in the Operation Sindoor, blasted to smithereens. Now they are trying to reconstruct their terror infrastructure, terror training camps, and they dare not keep them anywhere close to the border, not even 100 kilometers from the border in Bawalpur. They are trying to take it out to the furthest westernmost corner in Pakhtunkhwa, right? But that won't save them. That won't save them.
All right. These attempts clearly are not going to save them, is the view of retired Major General G.D. Bakshi. Sir, thank you very much for joining us here on Times Now and sharing with us your perspective. We also are joined by retired Major General A.K. Siwaj. Sir, thank you for speaking with us here on Times Now. Your reaction to this big development, it's a Mega Times Now exclusive. We've got visuals showing how Jaish and Hizbul have now shifted their base to Khyber Pakhtunkhwa. There have been recruitment drives as well. And how will you like to respond?
In Operation Sindoor, we have hit their terror camps, their headquarters in Bawalpur, Muderka, and Muzaffarabad, and they lost about 150 terrorists as well as the terrorist leaders. So now they know that the Operation Sindoor is on. We are going to strike again in case the terror infrastructure comes. So they want to now shift toward the western side, basically in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa. They are thinking that possibly they will get more time to react. One. Second thing is, the further they go, the safer they feel. But they are mistaken that India has got all the weapon system available, that if they even go toward Afghanistan, we'll be able to hit them. We are going to expose Pakistan completely of the terror infrastructure which they have. And we want the Financial Action Task Force to put them again on a grey list for money laundering and terrorist funding. The whole world knows that whatever funds have been given to them on the earthquake as well as the flood relief, this money is being now shelved, and they are making the terror infrastructure again. About 28 crores Pakistan money has been collected in last about 2 weeks, and this has been siphoned to construct this terror infrastructure again.
And
this is the true fact of Pakistan.
Do you think this development proves two things? One, that their headquarters, their infrastructure was decimated completely during Operation Sindoor by Indian forces. And second, that they are not going to learn their lessons at all.
See, this has been accepted by them. What is Masood Ismail Kashmiri? He himself has accepted that we have had a great damage on the strike of 967, and where Masood Azhar has lost about 10 to 12 its close relatives. So they don't deny that fact that the loss was very heavy. The terror infrastructure has been completely destroyed, and now they want to rebuild, and they want to rebuild it further than Indian border toward the western border, basically Khyber Pakhtunkhwa. But this is their mistake, because we have a weapon system. It is not only BrahMos camp beside, we have also got Agni 3, Agni 2, Agni 1, and all these have got a capability and capacity up to going up to 2 to 3,000, up to 5,000 kilometers. So no part of Pakistan is safe in case if they think that if they have a terror infrastructure, whether in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa or even in Balochistan, we are going to strike it and strike it hard. That's
Sir, how should New Delhi be seeing this development?
You know, we have to be careful. The point is, in fact, why you have to be careful is the way Saudi and Pakistan have signed a defense pact now, wherein attack on one will be considered an attack on the other also. Now, this is a matter of concern, so we have to take it seriously because I feel that the terror activities from Pakistan will increase manifold because they will get emboldened because they get now support of Saudi. Saudi has a lot of money, a lot of funds, and they are going to pump in Pakistan.
Right.
And this is what the modernization of their army and terror infrastructure will increase, and they will start this terror activity with more vigor. So that's a cause of concern, and we have to be careful.
All right. Sir, thank you very much for speaking with us here on Times Now and sharing with us your perspective.